So man, I've been sick for like the past 2 weeks, man. I'm really just now getting back to like my regular self. During that time, man, I've been watching a lot of movies, and I watched this movie called Nowhere, and it's about this woman. Her and her husband were kidnapped by like government or whatever, and they ended up being separated because they were put in these cargo ships, and they took her husband out of the ship they was in originally, and the lady ended up being left alone with all these other strangers, and they end up killing like all the people in the ship. And she was using her instincts or whatever, and she kind of realized like, something bad was going to happen, and she was hiding, and she was the only one left. They didn't know it, and they dumped her in the middle of the ocean. She's pregnant, and she got to like survive with just like a Sneakers chocolate bar, a little sandwich, and a knife, and she pregnant. And when I watched the movie, man, I was just thinking about how would I be able to survive something like that if I was in that situation. And I was thinking about how like the way where I'm from and living in the country of the United States, like people be so worried about the wrong things. You know what I mean? Like, in America, man, people have so much obsession with pop culture and worried about what a celebrity got going on, and giving their opinions all day long on different social media platforms and other places. I can't speak on a specific place, but I know, in some countries or whatever, kids are conditioned, for survival and for war, and they prepare for that. And one of my partners, man, who just had his son recently, that's all he do. Like he teach his son a lot of things. Like, his son ain't even like 2 years old, I don't think. And he already like mimicking his father, doing push-ups and stuff like that. And I was just thinking, man, like how the priorities just ain't in order. You know what I mean? Like overall, like people just too worried about trying to be famous on the internet, or trying to be seen and known for something, for a look. And granted, it's probably people out there who famous who will be prepared for something like that, but I think it's a high percentage of people, man, who wouldn't even know what to do in a situation like that. It just put it in perspective. And in the movie, it's also like some biblical references. If you decide to watch it, you will know when you see it. But what I learned from the movie, man, was patience and resiliency, and faith. It ain't a pretty path, when you believe in that. It's a lot of things you gotta go through to get to the other side of that storm. And there's gonna always be a storm we gotta face. But to survive storms, man, you need to be prepared. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I'm starting to learn more about, man. It's just being better prepared for whatever storm I'm going to face. And something as simple as giving myself like 20 minutes a day or 30 minutes a day to learn about some type of survival tactic. I'm finna start doing that because you just never know. But yeah, that's one of the movies I had watched, man, while I was when I was down, man. I'm feeling much better now. But I couldn't even talk for real without coughing or vomiting or something like that. But if you're looking for a new movie to check out, man, I think that's a dope movie, man. This movie called Nowhere. Be God Level, man. God Level Genius.